I'm Kevin Frankish at Tommy Thompson Park. And usually this is a nice dry area, but it too has fallen victim to rising water levels. And that has meant trouble for the creatures that live here. But first, a lesson on the Leslie Street Spit. In the late 50s, the Port Authority of Toronto had a grand scheme. Build a man-made extension of land, or a spit, at the foot of Leslie Street. To do this, we filled it in with clean waste, old bricks, cement, rebar, everything. On top, gravel and dirt. On this would be built terminals and wharfs for the expected influx of ships that the St. Lawrence Seaway would bring when it opened in 1959. Well, that shipping boom never came to Toronto. Still, the work went ahead. The Toronto and Region Conservation Authority worked with Mother Nature. Together, they would build a 3-mile-long urban park, home today to hundreds of species of birds and other animals, many protected and even endangered. Along for the ride, Julian Victor, a breakfast television staffer and a heck of a photographer. This is ANDREA CHRESTON with him, Toronto and Region Conservation Authority and project manager here at Tommy Thompson. She and her team have been kept busy with the rising waters. Just last week, they waged war with attacking carp. If these monsters make it inland, they would devastate vegetation and upset this delicate ecosystem. So this is a gate to keep the carp out, right?
Yes. Common carp, which are a non-native species, if they try to go in, they kind of bounce off.
For the next spot we're going to, we need these. And I have to add a layer. Not because it's cold, but because of the fire ants. Here we meet up with GAIL FRASER, an associate professor, faculty of environmental studies at York University. This is her office.
So if you look here, this is an example of the fire ants that are clumping.
Yeah, I'm being very careful not to get bitten here. You don't want to get stung by one of these guys. That's where fire ants are supposed to be, on the forest floor, but because of the high water levels, they've had no choice but to move off the ground floor upstairs. You can hear and smell our next species first, and then you see their destruction. Cormorants, the ones that normally nest on the ground now, further threatening the healthy forest inland. All right, so there are hundreds of cormorants over our head, which is a little disconcerting, but they're very concerned about all this water too.
They are. There's intense pressure for them nesting on trees right now because the part of the ground is flooded where they nest on the ground. So there's more cormorants nesting on the ground, and the Conservation Authority also has to do management to keep them out of healthy trees, which is their management goal right now.
The impact on the residents of Tommy Thompson Park may not all be negative, but we may not know the true impact for years to come. Kevin Frankish, Tommy Thompson Park, City News. Watch out for cormorants.